teeth grinder will relate. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already given me a subscribe, you can do so below, and also your likes help me out a lot. So today, well, if you've seen my past vlog, I brought the NutriBullet. I did have a Nutri Ninja for 4.5 to 5 years, and it lasted me that long before the motor completely died out. So then I was down at the supermarket, I saw the NutriBullet was on sale, so I thought, you know what, I had been told that one wasn't quite as good, but I thought, you know, what the hell, got it anyway, used it once, as you saw in that video. I'll put a little clip for that video in, and you know what, it was nothing like my Ninja. So I returned it. I said that I could smell the motor burning, which was completely true. I might have just got unlucky and had a bad one, but I could smell the motor burning. I didn't blend the ice, the ice would just not blend at all, and it was just not in comparison to the Ninja. So I did return it, and then I got myself a Ninja. Yes, this is like my favorite one. The blades are completely different as well. Like, I don't know, this is just so much more powerful. I've already tried and tested it out like yesterday. So before I did this, you know, another vlog for you, just to, you know, in case, oh my gosh, I wonder what it was like, because you didn't get to see it in the editing because I edited it so much, but it was not even crushing the ice in that smoothie that I did in that vlog. But today I've got a Ninja, and today I'm going to make a smoothie bowl out of some of my favorite ingredients. So I have just switched over to a pea protein. I usually am like all about whey protein isolate because that's, you know, absorbs into the muscles, and also it's because it's whey, it lowers glycemic index. But I have switched to a pea protein just because I'm finding that they do digest a little bit better. I'm not lactose intolerant, but you know, I don't know, it's just much to do with fluid retention and bloating. So I'm chucking a couple of, I'm not as hardcore. When I was competing, I used to weigh everything, like weigh my supplements, you know, and now I just, whatever. I just go, if I'm still hungry, I'll make another one, you know, or I'll add some more fats in there, or something else like that. But I don't particularly, you know, whatever. So I put water in the bottom down that just because it's powder, and then I often put all the other things on top, so to make sure that that is going to actually blend really well. I'm going to put in some ice. Today I'm going to use, I like to put frozen fruit in there because that's what gives it the nice frozen smoothie texture. Today I'm putting in mixed berries. Mixed berries, reds, full of antioxidants and riboflavonoids. This is going to seem really, really gross, but just trust me on this. I'm going to put in, sometimes I buy the frozen broccoli, but I've got the fresh broccoli and some spinach. So I don't have to put in any greens powder in because I am using fresh produce. I know this is going to sound really, really gross, but if you've ever had a chocolate beetroot cake. So a chocolate beetroot cake is like chocolate and beetroot, but it makes the beetroot, makes the chocolate taste really, 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 really rich. So I've got some organic cacao powder, and this is not like, doesn't have sugar in it, it's not sweetened in any kind of way. This is just cacao powder. You can use cacao nibs as well if you have it, and this is organic. Like if I was to eat that by itself, it's really bitter because the cocoa plant by itself is bitter. It's not sweet like how you get in the chocolate. So cacao is full of antioxidants as well. It's not like, oh, you know, the deadly chocolate that we all eat and it just makes us fat and gives us cellulite and stuff. So there is a brand of chocolate by Loving Earth which has literally 4 ingredients in it, and so I'm going to put in the beetroot powder, put that in there. So yeah, the Loving Earth chocolate has literally 4 ingredients. And then I've also some more antioxidants, some acai powder. You can also buy acai the actual fruit frozen, and they come in sachets of 4, but I don't have that, I just have some of the powder. So put that in there like so. Best investment ever. If you can afford it, or even just put it on Afterpay or lay-by, honestly, it's the one kitchen appliance that I cannot live without. And if are you going to go the Ninja or the Bullet, go the Ninja. It is so much more powerful than the Bullet. My little sister has come to the city to have breakfast with me, which is quite rare because usually I go to her because, you know, she has a baby and all. It's easier for me to go to her than her to come to me. Today she's come to the city and I have not been to the gym yet. You know, I'm just feeling lately, harder to get out of bed in the morning, and this kind of happens about this time every single year, and I do believe that it's seasonal, like it's just coming out of winter into spring and there's a lot more pollen in the air. My nose gets a little congested, so I just listen to my body, and usually I go to the gym first thing and I do some cardio to get my blood pumping and metabolism kicking in. But if I'm listening to my body and my body says no, lie in a little bit longer, use that time to just like relax and do some hypnosis or meditation, then that's exactly what I need. I want something that's got a high sodium. If I'm craving iron, I know if I'm craving like a 1 kilo steak, I'm iron deficient. I know like everything that I eat, if I'm craving something sweet, I have something sweet. I don't particularly, you know, neglect my body of anything that it particularly needs. I know what I like, what I don't like, and I just really listen to my body. Detox starts very, very soon. I do usually like lose a bit of weight throughout my detox. The first week is the hardest, and then it gets really, really easy and you feel amazing. Okay, so now my body is telling me that it's time to go and work out, and it is a legs day today because yesterday I did chest and biceps, and the day before that I did, what did I do? I know I did like triceps and back. So today is going to be legs day, and because I always am doing legs for you, because I do legs twice a week and the others once per week, and sometimes I do deltoids once a week, but I can't do deltoids, which is shoulders, today because I did them yesterday because I need time to recover first. It's going to be legs, so I'm not going to record it for you because I promised you, and I keep promising you, that I'm going to do more upper bodies as well. It just so happens on those days that I'm vlogging that, you know, it's mainly legs. But anyway, when I was out with my sister, this is my second coffee, so I mentioned that I'm going to start a detox very, very soon, and I do that at least once a year. Sometimes there have been occasions where I've done it twice a year, and when you do a proper detox, you don't have coffee at all. But coffee is like, you know what, I don't drink alcohol, I don't do drugs, I live such a clean and healthy life, but you know what, give me credit, it's all right, I'm allowed to have my 1 coffee a day. But today I'm feeling like I need a secondary coffee. I get a long black with a dash of hot almond or a dash of hot macadamia. Sometimes if I feel like I need a bit more energy, like I haven't eaten much food, or I need something, I do get an all milky, like I get all almond milk, but I just feel like it just doesn't sit, it's too much milk and too much food in there. I also like just a double espresso or a piccolo latte even, and that's okay. But I need a secondary coffee. I'm going to go to the gym. I think it's just a change in season that's making me feel really like, but I also haven't been having my morning coffee on an empty stomach. So usually in the morning I get up, I have to have the thyroxine, which is the synthetic form of the hormone that the thyroid produces, and I have that first thing in the morning, and then I have like a black coffee, and that black coffee like just makes me feel rah, you know, like yeah, and then I go to the gym and smash it out before I start training people. And then I have like another coffee, you know, either early afternoon or mid-morning, right? Like I don't have coffee too late, but I'm so tolerant to coffee that I could have coffee and then go to bed, right? So I need to, like when I do my detox, I don't cut out coffee because it's just like, I really need to just start getting into tea. I can't drink black tea on an empty stomach first thing in the morning for that pick me up either, because I just vomit. My sister, who I just had, like we were talking about it just now, if I have black tea on an empty stomach, it's like, oh my gosh, bleh, like I vomit, and then that's really counteractive because then you feel like gross, and you know it goes up in your nose and stuff. So I really just, I'm probably going to switch to like hot water with lemon or apple cider vinegar in warm water of a morning instead. So if you like, you know who I am, you would know that I have the worst luck with 2 things, and that is 1, umbrellas, and 2 is water bottles. I leave water bottles at places, or I drop them and smash them. I did switch back to these stainless steel ones, which I really, really like because it can kind of fit in my handbag or fit around. But you know, downtown life, siren life, even with the mic, it'll pick up on the mic the big siren. There have been some new studies done lately that water that has something in it, such as chia seeds, something that makes it like a bit more substance in it other than just H2O, does absorb into the body better. So I went through this stage of putting water and greens powder, or beetroot powder or acai powder and then chia seeds. And then what happened, because I couldn't clean it properly, is once then I took a sip, and there was like mold on the bottom, and I have a pretty cast iron stomach, but you know, I was like sculling then vinegar water for ages and ages trying to get rid of, like, you know, make sure I didn't get really sick from drinking that more water. This particular one, I was just down at the health food store and they had these for $5 each. Usually they're 10. So I grabbed one of these. I did have been through these a bit as well, because if they fit so much water, these are 2.2 liters. When you fill them up with water, they're really heavy. What I like about them is this little handle, because you can walk it around, like, you know, I can just walk it around. I don't just stick it in my bag. I just walk it around. But this time last year when I was doing a detox, because I know that if I have that, if I can drink 1.5 of those, because my problem with these is that I have to go fill up that, because that's 700 mils, and to have enough water, 7, 14, 21, 28, like 5 times I have to refill that. And that's my problem, is I just want to fill it once, maybe another half, and then I'm done, right? So I put this on the hook behind the toilet, because obviously I don't want to put this on the floor inside a public restroom. And it like fell off and smashed, and literally the whole thing just shattered, and 2 liters of water went woof, all over the toilet, the toilet floor and everywhere. It was like, and there was a lady from the side, and everyone's going, oh my gosh, because it looked as though like a toilet had exploded, but a toilet hadn't exploded. My drink bottle had exploded, and it was literally in like pieces. I was like so shattered. So I have to be a little bit careful with these, but I know that if you can also walk it around with the handle like that. I really love these ones. Now I have seen them a little bit smaller, about this size, but I figure if I'm gonna get a small one that size, I'm just gonna stick to this one here, right? So I'm gonna try and go back to this and try not to drop it, because I drop them. Got back from my tattoo laser removal on the tattoo on my lower back that everyone kind of knows about, because it was the most public one, and I do that at Clean Canvas Laser Clinic. And I see Daniela, she's awesome, she's so thorough and hygienic. It's really hard to see it on the camera, so we have taken some before and after photos that I'm going to probably show to you in the next episode, just for when everything's done, so you can definitely see the before and the afters. There were obviously other treatments that were done before that, but the ones that how it was before I started getting the laser tattoo removal done, I can show you that. There is a link below as well to my first vlog, which was all about that, which has more videos in there, and I'm going to put the link below. But for now, I'll just show you what it's like. There is a ointment that goes on afterwards, and it's by Synergy, and then we put a dressing on it so it doesn't rub against my clothes. I have been using the 2nd generation Pico laser to remove them. I had like a Q-switch and other hardcore laser treatments on it ages ago, but they were just so invasive and so intrusive that I just left that tattoo there, even though I was never happy with it. But it's almost finished. We've also been doing skin rejuvenation on it as well, and now it is a little red, which is completely natural after the tattoo laser removal. Follow-up treatments are about 6 weeks after each treatment. So I will just let you know that at the moment it's running over 5 of the gyms, but if you can do chin-ups, and that's, you know, like not the pull-ups, the chin-ups, unassisted, can't cheat, but there is a chance to win $1,000. So if you go onto the Anytime Fitness Hyde Park page, and I'll put the link in down below, it'll show the details about how you can win $1,000, and it's just pretty much like count how many chin-ups that you can do. Now this isn't something I'm particularly good at either, so that over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to be trying to increase my upper body strength to try and do more than 2 chin-ups in a minute, because that's the competition. So anyway, check it out. But I'm just gonna also I'm going like pretty pathetically on my trying to cut back to 1 coffee. I'm not gonna be too hard on myself, right? Because it's kind of like, just like if you jump in, you're gonna quickly jump out. If you do baby steps in, then you're just gonna get in more gently. So I thought, you know what, this week I've been really good. Actually, the past few days, I have not had, you know, those protein bars. They're like, it's kind of like a chocolate substitute for me, but a lot of them can still contain chocolate, and they also still contain a lot of soy in them, which is not good if you have in high amounts, because it can alter your hormones. It's why if you're a male and you're on a vegan diet, you need to always get your hormones checked, because a lot of the vegan food is high in estrogen, and even for women, too much estrogen can can contribute to breast cancer. So if you are a vegan or eat a lot of vegan food, have a high vegan diet, even vegetarian, please make sure you get your hormones checked regularly, such as your testosterone and your estrogen. So I'm just going to show you what that tattoo looks like when I take this off. Now, keeping in mind that it will be a little bit red because I did have the laser done on it this morning. So as I said, if I showed you, it took a photo of what the tattoo looks like without like it being red, the camera won't even really pick it up. It looks like a really faint like bruise, and the like little lines maybe like stretch marks, I guess. Like it's so faint, but I'm gonna show you in the future like before and afters of the progress. Keeping in mind was keloid because the tattoo artist did like dig deep inside the tattoo. Guys, that's it for now. If you want to see the rest of my detox and more things up to come, I'm sure you really like my channel. I am very outspoken and just say what I want to say. You know, I created it because of my dealing with polycystic ovarian syndrome and insulin resistance, and being a former competitive athlete and certified personal trainer, I have a particular interest in this field. And I've also got diagnosed 2 years ago with a slow thyroid, and the reason that I got the slow thyroid was because my coach gave me a supplement of 1,000 milligrams of kelp for 3 years consistently, which then made my thyroid lazy. So therefore I have a slow thyroid condition. So, and I was studying previously a Bachelor of Health Science with a nutritional medicine major. I am doing a different degree now, but my whole life I have been athletic, like give or take, you know, it will take away some years in my, you know, before when I was like, you know, rebellious and doing fun stuff, like, and I wasn't particularly, you know, well behaved in that sense. But my life is all about holistic health and nutrition and wellness and like repairing the body from the inside out. So that's pretty much my channel. So I'm sure you'll really like some of the things that I have going on and you know, the stuff that I talk about. So you can give me a subscribe or a like. It really supports my channels. Catch yas.